Good morning, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to ZSR. Today we've got ourselves another match of the Link to the Past Randomizer Cabookey tournament. We've got ourselves the other losers quarterfinal. We had the first one last night. Now we've got the other one. We've got ourselves Zelda versus Zenitschwert. I'm Star. Joining me in comms is Jaxie, and Rob's doing our tracking. How are you doing, Jaxie?
I'm doing fine. This is an early morning comms for me, but I'm very happy to be here. So we've got zelgadissan and Zenitschwert, and we have 5 people left in this tournament. We're going to be losing one of those people in this match, so we'll be down to 4. Winner of this match is going to face Shamo in losers semis. And for settings, we have, in addition to our regular Cabookey settings, we have Atomizer. So I hope this seed throws out some really, really unhinged enemy placements so we can see how bad Atomizers really, truly is. Because we love the content here.
Oh yes, escape is going to be fun. Because, well, normally escapes takes about 5 minutes for these guys in regular Cabookey. Adding Endomizer to this mix might add a few minutes, to say the least, depending on how the game goes.
I can't wait for there to be an unavoidable spike roller in Dark Cross.
Oh, that one's always fun.
Unavoidable spike rollers are always fun. What do you mean?
Fun for us. Our runners might have other opinions.
Yes, they would probably forfeit immediately.
Well, I doubt they'd necessarily forfeit. We are in losers' quarters, but they certainly wouldn't be happy to see it.
Well, if it's unavoidable, then you'd have no option. There's a fire rod, which that's really nice to get early on.
That is very nice, especially it's going to help having it's just having a ranged weapon is going to be nice.
Yeah, definitely just having a weapon at all. Now, of course, it's a limited use weapon because it's limited by our magic, but for right now, it's fine.
Yeah, just in general can help a bit with can be potentially helpful with the Endomizer. Speaking of spike rollers, there's a few.
Nah, you need the large ones. There's another one, along with a pokey. Yeah, the boots definitely make it a lot easier to avoid these hazards, but of course, it's always amusing when you just dash forward and you run face first into something you can't avoid.
Oh, for sure. Nothing too rude in these couple rooms.
No, and I wouldn't expect that because this is being played on Overworld Rando Branch, if I'm not mistaken.
That is correct. Lovely mimic placement. Couple bomb drops as well, which is nice. We get unlimited bombs and escape and Endomizer here, but it'll be nice for CAC.
And we have an Armo statue taking place as Ball and Chain.
Okay, well, nothing too terrible to kill. Nothing at all in terms of items right now here in the front of Escape, just the fire rod so far.
And we've got a little bit of sync.
Our runner is almost frame for frame synced right now, heading through the Escape.
There's not really much to comment on because, I mean, this is just regular Escape, although Zelga did get thrown for a loop there, allowing Zenit to overtake him.
Yep, Zenit now about a room ahead, although again, not really saying much. But yeah, there's
Yeah,
not really much to comment on.
yeah,
I'm also just enjoying Selga's MSU, so...
yeah. Yeah, Zelda is using a Final Fantasy mix. Zenitschwert is using Cadence of Hyrule.
Yep.
Cadence of Hyrule, a favorite among many runner.
Ooh,
Oh!
that hurts. Ouch. Zelda running face first into I'm not sure what, something. Uh, and taking a death.
Yeah, Zenit's playing very safe right now. He's not running face first into things. He's walking and taking his time to assess the situation, which is something I really like right now.
Yeah, for sure. Especially because there's a lot of these rooms in the escape here that are filled with small enemies, rats and snakes and so on that are easy to deal with in vanilla, but when those are replaced by things like guards, they're not so nice.
Replace like guards or like slugs. Because slugs can one tap us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the fire rod is very nice. That's a hammer.
Ooh, hammer.
Yeah, the fire rod was very nice because it just makes dealing with the escape enemies much easier because the fire rod will one tap basically anything.
Oh yeah.
.530 escape for Zenitschwert.
That's pretty good, honestly, for an enemizer.
Very good, honestly.
And even Zelga's going to get a sub 6, which isn't terrible.
545. 15 seconds behind, approximately.
Yep.
So now we're just going to take care of some rather standard casual boots checks. So we're going to be doing bonk rocks, of course, because we can do that. I imagine we were probably going to take the Lost Woods route, so we're going to be going up here, checking Lumberjack.
Yep. And ooh, that's a mirror on the Lumberjack.
Oh,
okay.
wait, that was a mirror?
That's what I saw, at least.
I thought that was a bug net. But I guess apparently Rob is confirming that it's a mirror.
It's a mirror. Okay. Thanks, Rob, for confirming, because I don't always trust my own eyes. But that's really good knowledge for Zenit.
That mirror is very interesting. So that could mean that we might see our CT keys very early.
That's a possibility, yeah. We'd also need a second sword or a cape and a lamp, but...
Yes.
This is all dungeons, so we are guaranteed... because this tournament is AD, so we are guaranteed to need that mirror at some point, eventually.
Yes.
And Naruto's nearly back in sync again, since Zelga skipped a Lumberjack, catching up, letting him catch up a little bit in terms of where they physically are right this second.
We got a Mire Smoky, which is nice for routing, but not really much else. Yeah, that information is going to be very good for Zenit. Zelga is not going to figure out the mirror is there until much later. But it's going to be problematic for him because he's like thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to just do this Lumberjack check, from Dark World. But you kind of can't do that when your mirror is there.
Nope. Bikita Swamp, not very useful, but better to get it before you go in. Or definitely not getting there anytime fast with the mirror placement. Hostess, it is infinity bombs until we save quit, since this is standard enemizer. At least this branch of the randomizer gives us infinite bombs to get through the escape.
Yeah.
But once they save quit, that they will lose this.
Yeah, they'll lose the infinite bombs, but I mean, yeah. So we're basically just looking to take advantage of the infinite bombs for as long as we can.
Yeah. Okay, Chicken Hut,
Yep.
not the worst. It can be quite rude.
Yeah, sometimes it can be quite rude. In this case, it was just a bunch of trolls, just bunny beams. Yeah, I've seen that Chicken Hut be like 4 or 5 guards there that just immediately swarm the door and kill you.
Oh yeah. As hey, magic powder in the bar, we can turn that in immediately.
Nice. Yeah, with that hammer, we can do that.
No reason not to. Might as well just get it done with. And ooh, hookshot.
Ooh. Hookshot is very nice. We don't really have much use for it right now, but it'll definitely come in handy for later.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a great movement item, though, especially as we saw with Zelda there, who was arming hook speed. Zenit did not. We got a small key on the library. We're definitely going to pick that up.
Yep, small key to TR. Okay, we'll need at least 3.
Yeah, we're going to blind check this item. This is pretty common to do in AD modes, or key sanity modes, because it's usually something you need. In this case, it's a book.
Okay, well that's desert access. Can't do a ton in there without keys, but it is access.
Yeah, with the book, that gives us map chest and torch. And
Plus
also desert ledge. Yeah.
And in fact, speaking of desert, both are runners skipping the dam for right now, which is a potential indication they may want to route the dam with the desert area, given that book.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And Mini Warm Cave, not awful, because this really can be terrible in Enemizer.
Yeah. TR small. Flippers. TR 3. Okay.
Okay. Now that we're getting to TR anytime fast, but sure.
No. TR is a very long ways away. Zelda is going left.
Okay, divergence.
So Zenit's gonna go to Ice Rod Cave, probably arm the water walk to check some flipper checks. Zelda, meanwhile, is going to check the dam and go over desert here. I understand this play from Zelda, because Ice Rod Cave is a bit far, but boots definitely make it a little bit better in Zenit's case.
Mm-hmm. The other thing is for Zelda is they don't have enough money for Zora.
No. Yeah, neither
does. So he may be hoping to wait for that before he goes Ice Rod Cave. Having to be a bit patient here. Crystal, Spike Roller, and his Chain Chomp making that a little dicey.
Yeah. Zelda is checking Agina first. I do believe that in this situation it is actually faster to check desert first and then do Agina, but it's fine here. Nice.
Okay.
TR4.
As never mind that Zora money problem. There it is on Hobo. What I was going to say is that Zelda was probably hoping for a desert key on Agina and got himself TR4 instead, which is completely useless right now.
That's also very true. So, we have all 4 of the TR smalls immediately, which that makes me immediately very suspicious that TR might have something. And thus
it's very
we
possible.
could. Yeah. I mean, the game's not going to give us 4 TR smalls keys immediately and not have anything there.
I was gonna say, we're still missing a lot of items for it, but there's the cane on Waterfall Fairy, so,
Yeah, it's just, like, thinking about, like, what keys you have already, and the fact that we have the all 4, that's a flute.
I thought that was bombs on the door ledge.
Was it? Listen, it's early in the morning, like, I'm still waking up, my eyes may be throwing
apparently
tricks
I'm
at me.
wrong this time around, it was the flute. Thanks, chat.
Thanks, Rob. Zelga took another death, unfortunately.
Yeah, thankfully this one's not as bad, he just ends it back at the start.
Yeah.
And King Zora, not a total scam, selling us Pod 2.
But yeah, I definitely think that the fact that we have all 4 of the TR smalls before even the second sphere is very suspicious, because that could be an indication of what the seed wants us to do. It's possible that we might have an early TR deck.
Yeah, for sure. We're just missing both gloves and the medallion now for TR access.
And a Moon Pearl.
And a Moon Pearl, yeah. GT1 on Desert Ledge. Okay, so nothing particularly helpful there. But yeah, I'd imagine our runners will probably both be running to TR once they get access.
Yeah, probably. That flute is nice. Definitely makes me want to thank Mountain right now.
I wouldn't be surprised if Zenit heads there, yeah. Ooh,
Zelga. Zelga
as you said
is
earlier, Zenit being more careful, walking more to get a better sense of what's going on. Zelga's just running face first into everything, which
that's
not working.
No, it's not, and that's unfortunate because every single death you take is just a straight time loss in this mode. Yep. Especially when you're considering the caliber of your opponent.
Yeah, you need to not run face first into everything. And even just with that flute, little things like this for Zenit, he can save a little bit of time.
Yeah.
And small key to Castle Tower.
CT1. We do need that.
Very much so for that mirror. And just for beating Aga 1, since we need to do that anyway. And a Lionel guarding the entrance to Eastern. Rude! At least Zelda didn't quite run face first into that one, as we do get the info that Easterns are one of our 5/6.
That's one of the other perks of the Overworld branch, is that we have numbers and letters to indicate crystals and pendants, rather than just the traditional C and P. There is there's a sword, so...
Always a good find.
Yeah, but see, now Zenit's doing the route that I would have done here, which is going into Desert first and then doing Agina. This is generally faster, but I do understand the idea of doing Agina first, just in case.
There's a Desert key. Yeah, Vamos and Eastern. And the other thing, too, is Zelda ran here on foot, so Agina was he passes by Agina on the way to Desert, as then it fluted in, so it does make more sense to head straight into Desert going from that direction.
Yes.
But it's a huge difference either way with boots, admittedly.
Yeah. Alright, and so Zenit's also going to be heading into Eastern as well, so he's going to be getting the same information that Zelda knows.
Mm-hmm. Also ran face first into that enemy, although did not die, thankfully.
We'll see how he handles this Lionel that's guarding the Eastern Palace. Desert Palace is the green pendant. Zelda did not check that, which
No.
honestly understandable because it's all dungeons. So the fact that you have a green pendant info is less important, but can still be important. Oh, he's not going into Eastern.
Okay. Nope, just wanted the quick density, and then he is rushing the mountain, which I don't blame him on this one, honestly.
No, I think this is the right decision right now for Zenit.
Skipping Old Man because in the dark it is not the easiest potentially with Enemizer, as Zelda does get
No.
through the Eastern Big Key dark room there without too much issue. First bottle on the Spec Rock, which we can't get. And we do not have the Eastern Compass, it doesn't looks like, so no boss info. Because in Boss Miser, the compasses are actually useful. They give you the information on which boss it is.
Yeah, which is, it's a nice feature because otherwise compasses are just like pretty useless to us. Because I mean, we have map trackers, and
oh, and
yeah,
chance of apparently proving me wrong. It's an Argus and Eastern. Okay.
Okay. So that's going to be needing a hook shot, which is fine. We can kill that.
Yeah, I was gonna say here, one of the considerations in Enemizer is how many bosses can you kill, which for us now, we have a Fire Rod, we also have Bombos for Zelda, we have Hookshot, we have Sword, of course, because we started with it. Technically, everything except Trinex is killable right now for us.
Yeah.
Big Key to Thieves.
Big Key to Thieves. Yeah, in general, when I'm thinking about Enemizer, I'm more concerned about the coverage of what weapons I have that can kill bosses. Because, yeah, in the case of, bosses like Trinex, you need the Ice Run edition. But for right now, what we've got is pretty good coverage all around.
Yeah. Trinex is the only boss we absolutely can't kill. There are a few bosses that wouldn't be very fun on this inventory. Vidi would still be kind of miserable, but
Vidi would be horrendous, and
Cold Stare wouldn't
it's very
be great
possible
either, but they are killable.
No. Yeah, and the game can sometimes expect you to do those low percent boss fights, which is not fun. Speaking firsthand experience.
I commentated a race last year where it was, I forget which tournament it was for, it might have been Cross Keys, but hey, speaking of Lamp, there's that, where Fire Sword Trinex was hard required.
Oh, Jesus.
Because the hammer, logically required, you could, this one in AE mode, I remember that much, because Pendant Hammerless Swamp, if you felt like it for some reason, had a sword for you, but when Hammer was pseudo go mode, Pendant Hammerless Swamp was not the high priority.
There's a glove as well, alright.
But yeah, it was Provider Sword Trinex because I think it was Shovel on Trinex to get you, your Master Sword.
That sounds horrible.
Or to get Hammer, and then Master Sword was GT is what it was.
Alright, let's see what this first boss is. This boss can be a bunch of annoying things here. That's boring. Moldorm.
Yep, whole circle. That is one of the that's one of the quirks of Enemizer, is the number of eyes on Moldorm is random between 1 and 8. All Moldorms in the seed will have the same number of eyes, but there can be anywhere between 1 and 8, and apparently today we get the whole 8.
And we got a first crystal.
Free pickup for Zelga, so that's good for him. And Ether Tablets, a map. Okay.
Yeah, we're not going to be getting that.
No, that's good for Zenit, since he can't pick that up. Zelga will when he gets up here.
I mean,
if that had been something required, that could have been a bit of an annoyance to get back back for it.
Yes. Yeah, in general, like, maps are not really as important here because it's AD. Though the information can still be helpful. in trying to figure out like what the seed's trying to tell you.
Yeah, helpful for sure, but it's not killer that Zenit didn't pick it up that trick. Spiral Cave, the first half was fine. This part is kind of rude.
Oh, Atomizer.
Yes.
Alright,
And now
so
that we have
we're
the
gonna do
lamp, Old Man is going to be a lot easier.
It would have been easy even without the lamp, because, yeah, those enemies are just stuck in the wall.
Yeah, so that wasn't too bad, but you never know, because Old Man can be absolutely terrible.
Yeah, sometimes you can just have, like, 3 spike rollers in this, and Old Man can't be obtained without the cape. Although I forget if this is logical Enemizer or not.
I'm not sure. I checked the rules doc, but it didn't specify as to what flavor of Enemizer it is. Blue Mail is a good find, actually. We'll take it. Normally these runners don't care too much about the mail upgrades, but in Enemizer it is nice to have. They're still pretty low health, 7 hearts for Zelga, 6 for Zenit. So I wouldn't be too mad about the blue mail.
No. Blue mail is very nice. And yeah, we're on lower health, so Death Warping is still palatable. But yeah, I think right now, just thinking about what we got here, so Zenit's gonna do Eastern. Zelga's gonna finish up the mountain, which Zenit has already done. I'm starting to think that we're probably going to be seeing a CT play at some point.
I think we have to, because as our tracker Rob points out, I don't think there's anything else left.
No. Yeah, I can't think of anything else. And it's very possible that CT is probably just going to have a Moon Pearl to give us our Dark World access. Maybe in a rare circumstance we get the second CT key.
Moon Pearl would make sense, but I was also thinking CT key is a possibility, yeah.
CT key would actually be probably, well... So, you get the second CT key. What would that give you in response? You get the mirror from that, but what does the mirror give you? You've already got Death Mount access, so you'd have to have then your Moon Pearl on ledge if that was the logic.
Yeah.
So I think more than likely we're probably going to be seeing a Moon Pearl or something that leads to Moon Pearl in CT.
Yeah, Moon Pearl or Shroom and Shovel are outstanding fetch quests.
Yeah.
Could also be something silly like Hera Basement is basically a fetch quest at this point.
Yep, so we got confirmation there, that's Argus.
I'll leave you in chat to confirm boss icons because I've updated many Enemizer modes. I still can't, for the life of me, see those icons and figure out what they are. But Moldworm's down for Zelga. Or rather, our first Moldworm of the seed, because this is Random Boss Miser.
Yeah.
Which means there's a few different versions of Boss Miser around. Random Boss Miser means that it is random. There is no guarantee on how many bosses you will see, how many of each boss you will see. You might see 5, you might see 0. We have no idea.
Yeah, yeah. So it's possible that there are some bosses that, like, we will straight up just never run into this scene, and that would be really good here.
Yeah, like at this point, they can kill everything but Trinex, so it is a possibility that no Trinexes exist in this seed, and they don't have to worry about the Ice Rod. We don't know.
Potentially.
And yes, we could in theory get all Moldorms, but
that's that is statistically unlikely.
It is unlikely. It is one of the only bosses that can be oops all of that boss, because while there is because while there is no strict numeric restriction on how many of each boss can appear, there is still room restrictions, as there's that pearl. Because the thing is that there are some rooms can only hold certain bosses. The Moldor Marinas are the most restrictive. You can only fit about 4 different bosses on there. I mean, Still Woods boss room is also pretty tight. For instance, so there's a couple of limitations.
Listen, I know some things about probabilities. Give me like a bit of time after the end of the scene. I'll calculate the probability that you'll actually have Upsal Moldorm in a seed.
Yeah, because it's not exactly 1 in 12 times whatever, because of the fact that certain rooms are restricted. Like it's a 1 in. I think it's like either 1 in 4 or 1 in 5 of Moldorm 1 and Moldorm 2 both being of Moldorm 1 being vanilla and Moldorm 2 being vanilla each. Because the only other things you can fit on those are Vidi, Cold Stare, Moth, and Vidi, I think, are the other 4 you can fit on those.
Vidi in Moth's Arena is horrible. Like, that's just objective fact.
No, I meant in Moldorm Arena,
yeah, I know,
so you can only fit.
Yeah, I mean, in terms of the like bosses that could be on Moldorm's arenas, definitely Helmasaur King is one of the worst.
Yeah.
Alright, we have Blue Pendant Knowledge for Skullwoods. Cool. And yeah, Zenit just taking that Moon Pearl straight from CT is going... That's a Thief's Small. That's really nice.
That's a full clearable Thieves.
That is a full clearable Thieves. Blind is in Moth's Arena.
Which meant that... Yeah, I was gonna... Yeah, so that makes sense. Big Key to Pod.
Big.
We knew that Tridix can't fit into Mothula's room, so this had to be a beatable skull.
Yeah.
Because yeah, Moth's Arena is, I think, 3rd most restrictive after the 2 Moldor Marinas. It can fit as, but I think it could fit a little more in there than Moldor Marinas, but it can't fit a Trinex, can't fit a Armos Knights. It can barely fit a Helmasaur. That one's always fun.
Helmasaur and Moth's Arena is very fun.
Red mail.
Sure.
And CT2. So that's
okay.
A thing that could potentially... We'll see how long it takes Zelga to get back to that. Zenit, we know, will take that CT2 back to Castle Tower pretty quick.
Yeah, because, I mean, again, when you have that mirror knowledge... Like, because mirror is just... now going to be it's going to be a lot more useful in this situation compared to the scenario before, where it could have been, you know, oh yeah, you get your CT2 and then you go for your mirror. But yeah, we knew it was going to be the Moon Pearl and CT. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and just clear out this Skullwoods. Not really much else to say there.
Not really, no. Did Zen skip pinball?
I believe so.
That's what I thought, yeah. So he'll go back, hopefully, for it. I think he just doesn't want to get locked in there, since...
Yeah, no, you'd be soft-locked, if you, did pinball there.
Yes, that might be his last check on the way out, perhaps. I wouldn't want to leave it behind, because otherwise... or no, yeah, or he's at 7 out of 8, so maybe he did do that already.
Oh yeah, he did.
Okay, so never mind.
We should probably be paying attention to those compass checks.
Whoops.
Yeah. Listen, it's our job to pay attention to what the runners are doing. It's not our job to pay attention to numbers.
But yeah, so blind here in this room. Thankfully, if in Boss Miser, the spikes don't move, so you don't have to worry about that. But the moving floor is still a problem.
Yeah, and this arena can be really dangerous for some bosses. Viddy is one of those bosses that's really dangerous in this room. Cold Stare can be both dangerous but also less dangerous, because the one perk with this arena is that while Moth does not take damage in this arena from the spikes, other bosses can.
And gets his GT Big Key for his troubles, which we'll take it.
Sure. But yeah, I imagine that right now the next path is to just go straight to Vu, clear Thieves Town. It's full clearable. No reason not to.
Yeah, for sure. And then I assume for Zenit that'll be a route towards Stumpy Dig Game, and then
Yeah.
And then into his hype cave, which will send him back to Aga Tower.
Yeah, and it's possible that Mirror could be a logical progression item for this seed, so getting back to CT early could be beneficial.
It's also just in general, you want to do get the mirror before you do too much Dark World exploration, because otherwise you end up having to backtrack everywhere.
Yeah, that's kind of another plus of it as well, is that Zelda doesn't know the mirror is there, so he might go around doing all these checks in Dark World, and as a result, he's going to fragment a lot of other mirror checks away from each other, which is not going to be great.
No. Thieves Town for Zenit is going to have to pay attention here, so that Thieves Town can be a bit tricky in Nenemizer, depending on what the game decides to put in here. Mr. E-Gaming, we are playing on the Overworld Rando branch, which means that we get numbers and letters to indicate if it's exactly which pendant or crystal a dungeon has, instead of just P or C for pendant or crystal.
Yeah, so in this case, the B is... Yeah, in this case, the B indicates the blue pendant. Tempered Sword? Alright. I'm not going to declare Baby Seed quite yet, because this is still an Enemizer Seed, but Tempered Sword's pretty nice right now.
It is. Good find. We're definitely in a decent spot now we're in a decent spot as far as Enemizer goes.
Yeah.
Zelga's up to 10 hearts. Ooh, Moldorm number 2.
Moldorm!
One of the features of Boss Miser is you can head straight to the boss. You do not need to bomb the hole, even if it turns out to be a vanilla blind.
Yeah.
And
another big key to TR!
Hey, speaking of the TR, we have all the keys for!
Yeah, but we don't have a second glove, though, to be able to do that.
No, that's our problem.
Yeah, I would definitely be thinking... In these runner's shoes, I'd be like, okay, where are my mitts? Because as soon as I get my mitts, I'm going to be trying to devise a route that I can use to rush in TR. And
yeah,
that route might entail going back to CT to get the mirror after killing Aga, just to make mountain traversal a little bit easier. Because more than likely, you also have to consider, like, well, I mean, Mimic Cave is also something that we would very much like to check. And
Mimic Cave is a thing. We know there's a key on Floating Island too, and we want that, whatever it ends up being.
Yes.
Hellway is a little fun.
This room can also be very bad as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, he didn't pick up the key, but he's going to go back for it later.
Yeah.
He's going to go back for it now.
Because he also didn't hit the switch, so he has to do that.
Yeah, he does need to hit the switch.
I don't think he waited long enough. Oh. Yeah, just do that. Oh, now the game's really trolling. There we go.
Yeah, that room can be a fun time.
Mm-hmm. Second small key on bumper. There's a key on bumper ledge as well. Just saw that for Zelga, so we might need that. Although we don't know where Cape is. We're missing a lot of small keys. Some of them useful, some of them not so much.
Small key to Meyer, so that's Meyer 2.
Mm-hmm.
Of course,
some things
left
I was
side.
thinking of with Mirror is that we don't have our Swamp Small to do much of anything in Swamp aside from the
No,
first
we
check.
don't. Yeah, having a Swamp Small would be nice once you get the mirror, because then, yeah, Swamp just becomes a no-brainer at that point.
Yeah.
But it's often the case that Swamp Small tends to be rather late, so we're gonna have to wait until we get that.
Yeah.
We're going to be doing this check here, because of course the maiden is not going to be in her cell, because this is Enemizer. So we just check the big chest first, and then we can go all the way to blind cell.
Yep.
And Zenitschwert very smartly getting rid of that fairy in the bottle, because we're setting up the death warp.
Yep. Whoop, and then picks up the fairy on
Picks
his
up
way
the fairy.
For this Octorok.
This Octorok is very nice, dealing a heart of damage.
Yep.
Oh, if only we had random damage on to make this even worse. Hey, it'd be nice for death warping. And that's Voldorm down for Zelga.
Yep. So the question becomes, let's see, Silica's now done with Thieves, he's gonna clear he's already done Dig Game Stumpy, so let's see where he goes next.
He's gonna save and quit.
Which
So
makes
where
sense.
are you going? Spawning at Lynx. Is he thinking CT? That's
Yes.
a CT play.
Okay. Which he needs to get it done. He's thinking, I don't have a lot to do. Second CT small seems a little suspicious. Because it's this or a 2-key pod, which is not a lot of checks, logically.
No, 2-key pod's not... Yeah, you only got the front items in pod that are in logic. So, yeah. Ultimately, this is actually going to be very good for Zelga, and it's actually... I don't know how much time that's going to save him to getting to CT right now. Because he did not check Lumberjack, whereas Zenit did go a little bit out of his way to do so.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that might be the thing. That's the reason why he's slightly ahead now, is he skipped. Oh, he skipped the rest of Thieves Town. That's the thing. Right.
That's... Yeah, and the rest of Thieves Town didn't really have anything, did it?
No, the rest of Thieves was a snooze. Had a second Meyer Small, but that's it.
Yeah, so that's just a straight time save for Zelga. Assuming he decides to not come back there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Kirby, this is a... certainly is a tune for Castle Tower on Zelga's side.
See, this is why I like this cadence theme for Aga Tower. Me and Star are listening to opposing MSUs here. Star is listening to Zelga, I'm listening to Zenitz.
Yep, then I just switched chat over to Zelga so to change it up a bit, so... chat has been enjoying Cadence for the past 40 minutes. We're now in Final Fantasy for chat. And yes, it's a pretty whimsical theme on the Zelda side for the Castle Tower theme. Hey, what is that sprite for Zenit? I've been staring at it for 44 minutes and I have no idea what it is.
I don't know what the sprite is.
I know I've seen it before, but that does not tell me what it is. I do believe on this branch, and in this mode, we have no blue balls guaranteed, so that's one
yeah,
less
that's
thing.
correct.
Kind of hard to keep track of all the different branches and all the different things they have in all the different modes.
Well, you can disable AGA RNG in the main branch as well, but it's just that if you disable AGA RNG, you also disable Ganon RNG.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and Naga 1 down for Zelda.
Look at that distance.
And there's the Bucknet.
There is, in fact, the bug net. Zelga's gonna do catfish.
I mean, this makes sense for him. We'll do Pyramid Cat. Well, he gets dumped on the pyramid, so you obviously do that.
Yeah.
And there's really not, and there's no. He's not going to find a better time to do Catfish.
Yeah,
They've both already done the Zora area, so.
Yeah, this is basically the best time to do catfish right now. So, yeah, I think this is a good decision here. Of course, after this, I'm imagining Zelda's probably going to do the save and quit and then go straight to Lumberjack.
I'd imagine so. He knows he's running low on things to do in this.
Yeah.
Because again, it's basically this or 2-key pod, which is not. Which,
No.
while they can.
Mitts.
Although Mitts might derail him a bit.
Alright, so yeah, I'm thinking go Lumberjack, then go straight to Turtle Rock. That would be my plan.
King's Tomb first.
King's Tomb first, yeah.
But I really hope he goes Lumberjack before the mountain, otherwise that mirrors.
A conscious decision. That would just be because like you got tunnel visioned and we're thinking about something else. But now we are in fact doing the Lumberjack check here.
Okay,
so this is good for Zelda.
And then yeah, run to the mountain, clear Super Bunny Hookshot Cave, grab the key on Floating Island, and see if you can get into TR, because the game is telling us that it wants to go there.
Yeah, the game is basically yelling at us right now. And it has been yelling at us since the beginning of the seed that TR is likely to have something. We don't have an Ice Rod, so we cannot kill Trinex, but we got all 4 of the TR smalls
we also
within
don't
the
know that
first
it
sphere.
is a Trinex.
That's true. So it's possible that TR is fully beatable right now.
It's a 1 in 10 chance. It's a 9 in 10 chance. Sorry, it's beatable because we can kill all the other bosses, and Trinex's room has no restrictions on bosses.
That's a Pompos for Meyer.
Okay.
Half magic.
Well. So we can get into the door of Meyer. 1 key, though.
1 key Meyer is fine for routing. It's just that left side's not
Routing
logic.
just logically is what I was thinking of.
Yeah, usually we don't really give much consideration to Meyer smalls unless you hug tightly to logic, which can be beneficial, especially with the Meyer case.
It might be a factor in skipping Meyer, because while they've got all of TR to look at, and
yeah,
there's not that much in Meyer they can do with logically with 1 key and no big, so... I think this just makes sense to skip it.
I think that makes sense as well, yeah. So we're going to be going straight over to TR, and I'm curious to see what's in here, because we like, we've had these 4 small keys since the beginning of the game. We got the big key for TR shortly after. And unless TR is Trinex, we're not going to have any problems with clearing this dungeon. Or the off chance that TR is somehow not Bombos. Which I have a very hard time believing that this TR is not Bombos.
If it's not Bombos, I'm guessing the other medallion is going to just be sitting in Hookshot Cave or Super Bunny Cave.
Yeah. Alright, so... It's... Wow, okay, it's Ether.
Okay.
Interesting. But yeah, I do think that... Yeah, so we have an Ether medallion sitting around that we are probably going to be finding either here, Hookshot Cave, or Spike Cave. Spike Cave would be the worst case scenario for us.
Yeah, it'd be a bit of a detour. Small key to Swamp. Hey, we can do that
Swamp
now.
is great.
And
Mire Big.
okay, now we can go there.
And now we can go clear Mire. Ice Big?
Okay.
Ice Big is a big key I like having. Because it means that I don't have to worry about orphaning the big chest. Some people are probably a little bit more privy to orphaning big chests, but I am generally a lot more safe in my routing. Alright, so yeah, there was a key here on Floating Island, which we're going to get that now. That's a GT small.
There it is.
So that's GT3.
Yep.
And we're going to go ahead and do Spike Cave.
Yep. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean, at this point, like, the game is basically telling you to full clear the mountain.
Pretty much. Technically, we don't have the safety item for it, but yeah.
No, this is not in logic.
Ooh.
Is there a fairy in that bottle? Oh yeah, there had to have been. Otherwise, you wouldn't have come here.
I've seen people forget before. So.
I've seen people forget that they need a glove to lift up this rock.
Yes,
that's more applicable at the Cross Keys tournament. But it is very funny when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
The map check, that looked like a crystal on ice.
I will confirm here in a sec, because Zelga's going straight in. And we now have divergence, because Zenit is skipped Spike Cave, going with logic, which is fine because it was junk, and is heading into Mire.
Yep, this is Crystal 3. Oh yeah, this room can also be fun as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, just a tight corridor where anything can kill you.
Yep.
Bunny beam, and we got some crickets. We got a lot of crickets.
There we go. And this room is equally fun for Zelda. Gets a small key to Mire, number 3. Cool.
Okay, so we have the compass to Mire. I did not see what boss that was. That was
Me neither.
No, that was way too fast of a map check.
I wasn't even looking at that direction, and so I was looking at Zelga's screen at the time, so yeah, I totally missed it. Small key to Hera for Zelga.
Alright, so we're doing cutscene chest here. This is something that it's not in logic right now, at least from our knowledge. So it's
It
perfectly reasonable to
is
skip this.
for... It is now, because Zelda got Layer 3 a minute ago.
Oh, never mind. Okay, well, this could be something then.
Zenit is one key short of it, and he probably figures that the third key is in Swamp Palace or something.
Yep.
And it's a small key to pod. Okay.
Okay. Need that logically.
That's pod 3, so we kind of hard need it to do most of the dungeon.
Yeah. Looks like that, according to Zenit's tracker, the boss of Mire is Cold Stare.
Okay. That's killable.
Yep.
And hey, he'll have the swamp boss info when he goes there. Swamp again is one of the dungeons with no. That's one of the boss rooms with no restrictions, so it's definitely good to have that info. And we'll see what we end up with here for Zelda. This room is a little ugly. Thankfully, we don't have to go too much through it. Most of the enemies are stuck on the other side of the room, so... And hi, Helma. This one's fine in this room, so...
Yeah.
So, Zelda, first one to... Well, he's up to 5 dungeons beaten, including Aga Towers, and it's not far behind.
No.
Buying some potions for safety, not a bad idea. Also maybe thinking about pod right side, perhaps, for a potion glitch at some point. But this is a Mire play, which makes sense.
Yep. Yeah, just use this Bombos medallion, then we're going to be using Fire Rod to take care of the puffs here.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice fight. And there's Ether.
Alright, cool. So that's our TR access.
And I think that's exactly where he's going.
I think that's exactly where anyone would go as soon as they get that medallion.
You have everything to get into it and clear it. It's a 90% chance of beating the boss, so yeah. The game threw you all the keys early. It's like, there has to be a reason for it, right?
Yeah.
Doing Swamp first. I mean, this is fine in case Ice Rod's here. And Zenit had just got the compass a minute ago, so he knows he'll be able to figure out if this is a Trinex or not.
Rip shield.
I don't totally hate this play.
No. I think that this is fine from Zenit here. Yeah, we have the Swamp Small, so we can do virtually everything in this dungeon, so...
Just need to wait to catch a map for Zenit to figure out what the boss is. Which...
Halmasaur.
Cool, we don't. So we can clear it.
That is the second Halmasaur we've seen this seed.
Yep. Helma is one of the other bosses. In theory, you could get all of. Oops, all Helmas.
Yes.
Since Helma is one of the bosses that it can appear in every single room, including both Moldorm rooms. Pexican, I don't think we have a command, but this is Cabookey. So this is Casual Boots Key Sanity. We started with a sword, we started with boots. It was a standard start, and in this case, they have elected to turn on Enemizer, since this tournament does offer the option for a couple of additional modifier settings. So it's random enemies and random bosses.
Also important to note that it's AD. Alright. Yeah, so, yeah, the mode here is just all dungeons, casual boots start with Key Sanity, and yeah, we have some Enemizer here with some random bosses, and it can be very fun or very torturous. It really depends.
And so far, the seed has not, on the whole, been terrible on the Enemizer. A couple unfortunate deaths for Zelda early, but hasn't slowed him down significantly. This is a really close race right now between our runners. Small key to skull number 2. We really don't care. Oh yeah, that's Zelda Woods and Mirror Skull is from the Cross Keys tournament for one, Ianiel. But also, while this tournament is Cabookey and the other tournament is Cross Keys, Cross World Entrance Randomizer with Key Sanity for context, both tournaments allow for allow the runners to opt into certain additional settings, which can be activated if both runners agree to it. So for this tournament, that includes Key Drop, Enemizer. I think a completionist might be on the options for this. It's either this or Cabookey, that Cross Keys that has it. And then so there's a couple additional options that can turn on additional settings if runners agree to it, which in this case was Enemizer. If the runners had agreed to it, we could have had Key Drop, where the pots and enemies that normally contain keys would have been random. What was that? I missed it.
That was a bow in Swamp Big Chest.
Oh, that's a good find. Can't beat either Pod or Eastern, but that's good to have.
No, we can't. Well, can we beat Pod?
Well, we can. Yeah, out of logic.
We can beat Pod, just not in logic. And Eastern, we need a big key.
Yeah, I'd be going TR before I go 3-key Pod with no Eastern big. Well, we get 4-key Pod, which makes it a little less terrible, but...
Yeah, 4-key Pod's nice.
Ideally, you'd like 5 to full clear, but yeah.
Yeah, 5 is full clearable, but 4 is comfortable. There's Quake, which we don't need for anything.
Nope, totally useless.
But yeah, it is interesting how with, like, these terms and more recents are more make it your own sort of deal with, like, respect to, like, mode selection, things like that. Like, we're seeing that with Cabookey, we're seeing that with Cross Keys. It's all very, very interesting stuff there.
Yeah, definitely gives a bit more variety. As here's Helma number 2 of the day for Zelda, or Zenit, sorry. Zelda won't be too far behind. Actually, no, this is the first of the seed for Zenit, because he hasn't done Ice yet, but this will be Helma 2 for Zelda.
Yep.
Oh. They just need to have kind of these little modifiers that change things up a bit for settings. And that was
this
our
is a
other
5-6.
5-6. Okay. We know Eastern is one as the other, so we're not going to see Pyramid Fairy anytime fast. And
yeah, we're not seeing
toward
Pyramid
the
Fairy
Bombo's
right now.
tablet, which
Yeah,
is
Bombo's
fine.
tablet.
Might as well while you're here.
Yeah, I mean, thinking right now, just thinking out loud, like, TR is definitely on my mind. But, of course, that's more like a back burner thing, because, like, you've got the big key to pod, and you have 4 small keys, so I definitely would be like, yeah, I'm gonna just go to pod right now, just take time to collect my thoughts, and then be like, what's my plan?
Mm-hmm. Well, these can't technically. Generally, you want 5 keys to clear full clear pod, but there's a reasonable chance there's one just in pod.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, even if we don't find the small key here, it's just orphaning vanilla big key chest, which, I mean, that's fine.
Yeah, not a big deal. We're probably coming back here for Eastern anyway, so if we really had to, we could route it with that.
Yeah, that's one of those checks where I'm like, I'm okay with just leaving it behind.
Mm-hmm.
Zenit?
You skip the shooter chest? Yeah. A little confused? Okay, B is running straight to the back.
I am very... Okay, Vitreous.
Okay.
That's killable.
Yeah,
I'm very, very confused on this route. Rushing the back immediately?
This is a play, yeah.
I mean, he's gonna get the stuff in here. It's just interesting that we're doing this now. There's a Desert Small.
Okay, not gonna backtrack there for a minute.
I guess technically, nice small key to this dungeon. Alright, so that's full cleared. Yeah. I guess technically it's not really a time loss to do these things in a different order.
It's just different, yeah.
It's just a different.
Maybe was hoping to find a small key into pod in the density in the back to make front routing a bit easier.
Maybe.
I don't know. Yeah, it was a pod key in pod. May's not looking too bad here with Enemizer. Sometimes this is one of the rooms that can be kind of rude.
Alright, so Zelga is ahead by 1 dungeon. So that's one thing there. However, I'm also not sure I'm entirely convinced that he's quote-unquote ahead right now.
Mm-hmm. In terms of immediate dungeons beat, he's ahead, but in the long run, yeah, that still depends.
Shovel.
Shovel.
Skull Small.
Okay.
That's Skull 3.
Totally useless at this point. Sincere question, what are we missing for Go mode? Eastern big, Desert big, and maybe an ice rod?
So Eastern big, Desert big. Yeah, Eastern big, Desert big, potentially ice rod. That's all we need at this point.
There's a cape, which gets us another small key, and
oh, silvers. Zenit is going to feel very, very bad. because he is going to Vitreous without those silvers.
Yep. And he can beat Vinny, but it is a notable time save to have silvers on Vinny.
I hope he didn't just forget that the shooter room exists, because this is now an advantage that Zelda has.
Yeah, for sure. Silver save time on Vinny. If we ever run into a set of Arbos Knights, they save time there. Save time on Ganon, and that adds up. Like, and when you've got a runner as good as Zelda, race.
Yes. Yeah, so this is kind of unfortunate for Zenit, because Zenit's going to lose a little bit of time here compared to Zelda, because Vinny Silvers is free.
Yeah. Not that Zenit's not capable of beating Vinny on his equipment, but it definitely saves time to have silvers.
Yeah. And taking nice advantage of those spikes as well. Those spikes do damage. So we were just able to one-tap those eyes.
Yeah.
And yeah, actually, surprisingly, very quick fight for Zenit. Now, Zelda might be able to get that fight done a little bit quicker.
But that was about as fast as it gets for Zenit.
Yeah.
So...
Alright, Zenit, are you going to go back in? Or are you going to...
Okay,
yeah, he's going back in. Okay. And now, get ready for slap in the face when he opens up this chest. Because, yeah, he's going to see silvers and he's like, oh, damn it, I could have had these for Vinny.
Yep.
We'll have to ask him about this route later in his interview, because, like, I certainly was not expecting someone to do shooter chest last in any seed, because normally you do that first.
Yeah. And this is to Ice Palace, that makes sense.
Yeah, this is ice.
This room is not very fun.
Yeah, this is a bit of an ordeal here. That's Myers 3. And yeah, just thinking about this now, so I initially said I wasn't convinced about Zelda being ahead. The thing is that these runners now have almost perfect parity with each other in terms of their inventory. And yeah, Zelda is like a full dungeon ahead at this point now.
Yeah. Well, not quite a whole dungeon, but yeah, more than half of Ice Palace ahead on Zenit. Big difference being that Zelda skipped the back of Thieves' Town.
Which I think that's like the one thing that's keeping like Zelda here on pace with Zenit, is the fact that he skipped the back of Thieves. That's a decision to make.
Besides, yeah, I was a little surprised that Zelda did so at the time. They're still missing a large number of items. It was right there. It had the small key, so that wasn't the problem.
Yeah, but ultimately, if he continues to stand by this decision, that'll put him in a really good position.
For sure. Because right now it's pretty straightforward. Zelga's gonna head to TR here, I'd imagine. I don't know where else he's going. Yep.
Yeah, TR is absolutely the play right here.
Yeah.
So yeah, we're 2 items from go mode, potentially 3. And we got these TR small keys at the beginning of the seed, so now I'm not sure if I'm fully convinced that something here is in TR. It might just be, here's your logic for being able to beat the dungeon. Which is very possible, but it's very interesting that you have this seed so aggressively shoving TR keys in your face.
Yeah, for sure. Logically, we're not really missing a whole lot of anything for being the seed, technically, although we're logical. Pod 6 is probably in TR. We're supposed to find that somewhere.
Possibly.
I wouldn't be surprised to see that in here someplace.
Yeah, because usually when I'm routing one of these seeds, I try to use process of elimination to be like, okay, what, like, you know, I found this somewhere. Does that eliminate where, like, I can tie up my logic here? And it's possible that the TR could be the logic for pod. And there's Ruby's arrow.
And that's ice done for Zenit.
But so Zenit's gonna find himself in Turtle Rock.
Yeah. Up to 16 hearts now for Zelda. We've got plenty of health.
Oh yeah, no, we're fine. I mean, to be fair, we've also got... We have red mail on both of these runners, if I'm not mistaken.
We do, yes. Red mail, Old Man and Hype Game were the males, so they both have it.
Yep. Yeah, so it's... Yeah, both of these runners are comfortable right now. But yeah, so Zenit's actually going to be a little bit behind now in comparison to Zelda. Just because of the fact that that Thieves partial clear.
Yeah. Which again, we know there was a whole lot of... It was a minor small in the back of Thieves, which we really don't care about. So
yeah, we do not care about that.
Zelda, if Zelda never goes back, I think he'll maintain the lead, because it's a very straight... Right now, there's not really opportunities for much divergence. Unless we start running out of checks and need to start doing overworld checks, at which point we might see some divergence, but right now it's very, very linear.
Yeah, Zenit has been playing this seed very safe and sort of just like being thorough and full clearing, whereas Zelda hasn't really been like skipping a lot of things. Like the Thieves checks were like the big thing that he skipped.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this room rolled fairly nice.
Yep.
Any kill room and randomizer has the potential to turn out absolutely terrible.
Yes. Not a whole lot of things we've been finding in Turtle Rock so far, so...
Yeah, there's not a lot left to find, admittedly.
Yeah, I mean, we got the 4 TR smalls quite immediately, and so that makes me think that the... Yeah, Smith sequence
Harrow basement.
That's never gonna happen.
It might if we run out of checks.
Yeah,
and for Zenit, he'd route it with Spike Cave.
I think that we're probably going to find something on TR Boss, if I had to guess.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's either those 4 TR smalls are just logic, or it's telling you there's something here.
Yeah. Well, if it was logic, we haven't found anything even logically required in here.
It doesn't matter, because, like...
Logic to beat the dungeon, yeah.
Oh, that's a wall master.
Okay, this Elka getting lucky he did not get caught there.
That would have been very bad.
Yeah, that would have taken him all the way back to the big chest entrance.
Yeah, that would have just been like a minute or so of time lost, which is not what you want right here. And this is Moldor.
Yeah.
Moldor, very easy in this arena.
Oh yeah, very quick.
Wow,
Cute
so TR was complete. So TR was empty completely.
Yeah, absolute garbage in TR. So apparently just pure coincidence, the game threw us all the keys.
Shovel is a thought.
It's one of our options, yeah. And this looks like
Zelda, where are you going?
Smith Chain or Thieves? Maybe Thieves into Smith Chain.
It might be Thieves. The thing is that if you do Thieves here, that's actually just negating your time gain. I think this is Smith's.
Oh, Bumper Ledge was a key. He's checking what that is.
Bumper Ledge. Okay.
Although I'm not sure what small key he could want on here.
Yeah, no, there's...
So never mind. This is about Graveyard Ledge.
Oh, Graveyard Ledge. Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna say that because there's no small key left that he could want, so that doesn't do anything.
Yeah, no, we're okay with small keys. Riot Shield, which we're not picking that up.
Nope. And this is right side desert, which that makes sense.
Yep, this is desert play.
And Zenit avoids the Wall Master.
Yep.
Good.
Alright, so right side desert.
Well, 0 chance of a vanilla big key at this point.
Yeah. I mean, we're starting to get down low on the checks, so we're bound to run into something soon. Big key to Eastern Palace.
Quite.
I mean, it was the right shape, just doesn't fit in the same lock.
No. And that's TR down for Zenit, so let's see where he goes next.
I imagine that you're probably going to be going to Desert eventually. Because, I mean, at this point, you're 2 items from Go mode. So, there comes a point where logic just... it doesn't really matter to you. You're looking for density, because your Go mode items could be roughly anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's... well... maybe. We're still at Desert, big key outstanding.
I missed what Zenit just found, sorry?
No, Zenit didn't find anything. He's doing her basement.
Yeah, okay, that's what it was. I didn't have that brain fart, sorry.
Wow, that was a very quick... I'm assuming that's an overworld branch thing that just only does the 1 tile.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, there's pot 6. Figures.
There we go.
Yeah, Hair Basement not
Oh
paying
my
out
god,
for
look at
Zenit.
this room.
Oh yeah, this is ugly and laggy.
So we know that the boss of this dungeon is going to be Argus, which we can do. We are perfectly capable of clearing that. Oh yeah, this is absolutely logical randomizer because we have dead rocks in a kill room. This like was actually useful to us.
Comedy option, Desert Big behind Ice Trinex, Ice on a GT Moldom chest? That would be rude, Kirby. Although it is a possibility at this point, because that's our last crystal for Zelga.
Yeah. So yeah, Zelga's gonna just go straight over to GT at this point. Because I mean, at this point, you play for density, and you also play for your You also play for your objective. And yeah, the Desert Big could be behind Ice Tranks, with, right now, to our knowledge, no, because we only have 3 GT Smalls. And
GT
Moldorm chest requires 4.
Yeah, but I'm looking at my note and our key counters. GT small could be, we're missing 4 keys. Small keys. We're missing both ice smalls and we're missing a GT4. That's it. So it's a 1 in 3 chance of it being on bumper ledge, which is in logic because we have the cape from Pond. Otherwise, GT4 is probably just in GT.
Yeah.
And this is Smith Chain for Zenit. Oh, gotta be careful with hammer pegs.
Yep. Butter sword.
Cool. Not garbage, but doesn't really do anything either. Okay, check number 1, 20 bucks. Check number 2 is our blue cane.
Yeah, so I mean, at this point, you're just gonna be continually going and just doing checks here, so we're gonna skip Tower Room for now. Probably get it on a once back if we don't find our Desert Big here in the basement.
More money. There it
is. Let's go mode. Yep, so that is Zelga firmly in the driver's seat right now.
Yeah, at this point it would Zelga is firmly in the lead.
Yeah, this is...
Again, Zenit playing more safe, being more thorough and clearing his overworld checks. If this had been Desert Big, he'd be in a great spot. Unfortunately, we now know that it
Actually, yeah, no, that's right. Trianx could be in Lambo too.
Yep.
So this is tentative go mode.
That is true, yes. Tridex can in fact be on land mode too, which is a funny spot for it to be. There's some funny quirks with it, but yes.
Having Trinex in land mode too would also just be the funny capstone to this whole seed.
It would.
Because like the seed was just a nice seed.
Yeah. Nothing terribly rude in terms of bosses, at least so far. Item placements were fine, and
yeah.
I mean, this wasn't the Uber Jet, but it wasn't awful. It's just solidly okay as seeds go so far.
Alright, but we will see here.
As there's the Eastern Big for Zenit.
Vitreous, yep.
Okay.
So that's go mode. Trinex can still be desert.
Yes, it can. It is a possibility.
I would that would be so funny if it was, because then that just means it's a Ice Rod hunt.
Yep.
I do think that, yeah. I think that playing safe, you will check the GT chests for upstairs.
Just in case, yeah.
Yeah.
It is, because it's a 10% chance of Trinex being in desert, but it's still a 10%.
Here's the thing. So, Chad is saying that could be an out for Zenit. I'm hesitant to agree with that because, like, oh, that's a really bad spot for that. Because Zelda is just very far ahead, and Zelda at this point is just going to be, like, if it's, like, he's just going to be thorough here and just do the checks. If you're going to be safe.
Yeah, the thing too is even as he opens the left chest only, the thing too is even if it turns out that it is a Trinex in desert, I'd imagine that coming back, the odds are that Ice Rod is here in GT basement somewhere. There's not a whole lot left in the games, and it's done pretty much everywhere else. And Zelda, I'd imagine, would go back to GT before he does all these random overworld checks that Zenit's cleared, so it wouldn't really help Zenit either, to be honest.
Zelda also just skipped the right chest in Mini Halma room. Mm-hmm. I hope that doesn't come into play.
That would hurt if it was, yeah.
If here's the thing, if that was the answer, and like if it turns out that Desert Boss is Trinex and the right chest in Halma room is Ice Rod, Zelda just loses.
Yeah, that's like the out for Zenit is if that's the case.
Of course, though, that requires the odds, though, which
is not great.
No, that's a 10% chance.
It's a 10% chance of Trinex being in desert and something like a 1 in, I don't know, 15 or something thereabouts.
Yeah.
Of Ice Rod being about 1 in 20, I think, because they've got most of GT plus one or a couple random things otherwise left in the game. It's about a 1 in 20 times. It's like 1 in 200 chance of that being required. Because it's 1 in 10 and 1 in 20 or thereabouts.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, because if it's anywhere else in GT, Zelda just wins because he goes back there before he does things like Smith Chain.
Yep. Yep, so if you're a Zelda fan, you will hope for this boss to not be Trinex. If you're a Zenit fan, you want this boss to be Trinex.
Yeah.
And you want the Ice Rod to be in that right chest in Mini Halma room. Because Zelda can just go back and do clearing. You know, he's just going to clear all his overworld and everything else that he has left.
Well, I think he'd go back to GT before Overworld, but he'd still do the basement before that one chunk
Yeah.
on the climb.
We do not know what the boss of this dungeon is because we don't have the compass, so we're going to be finding out at the same time that Zelda is.
Yeah. We'll find out when we get in the room.
Yep.
Zenit arrives at GT, and bienvenue avec un raid de 14, bienvenue à tous, merci pour le raid. Nous sommes à la fin de cette match du tournoi Cabookey de Link to the Past Temps de misère entre zelgadissan et Zenitschwert. Je suis Star, accompagné par Jaxi au commentaire. Merci pour le raid, bienvenue à tous. Thanks for the raid, guys. That reused one of the ALttPR's Francophone community members, hence the brief switch to French.
Yep. All right. Yeah, this is GG's. So that was Argus in this room. So yeah. This is firmly Zelga's race to lose.
Yep. So this will be really quick here. He'll be done in a minute.
Oh yeah, no, this is gonna be fast. Desert Compass and Tower Room.
Yeah, that's a funny spot game. That was an Argus.
Desert was Argus. Yep. Phase 4. Setting up for the nice triple. Nicely done.
Very nicely done here for Zelda, going to finish up and move on to loser semis with an official race time, not GG time here, once he crosses the bridge, of 1:37:18. Looks like Zenit will finish the seed out.
We are joined by zelgadissan. Zelga, GG's.
GG.
My mic was muted. Hello. Thank you very much.
There we go. I was about to say GG.
Yeah, this was just a really nice seed so far. You made a skip in Thieves Town, which ultimately was the thing that I think made the most difference in the routes between you two.
Okay, yeah, that and Left Side Swamp were kind of the main things that I had left, apart from some kind of gross, like, Smith chain type stuff before finding Eastern Big.
Mm-hmm. And that's GG's here to Zenit as well, turning in the forfeit.
Yep, we'll see if we can get Zenit in here for an interview as well. While we are in the interim, though, I do want to just promote that at 6 p.m. Eastern Time, there is a cross keys match between Lanabe and Gamachu that just needs a single tracker to make for a full crew. We got a nice set of comms there as well, so Yeah.
And then we do have tomorrow night. That'll be at 9 Eastern. We have the next match for this tournament. That'll be 9 Eastern tomorrow night on Matt versus Gamma. We'll also be putting that on Restream.
Yep, and I will be handling that restream.
Yep, probably here on CSR Main, although we haven't confirmed channel assignments for the weekend yet.
Yeah, those should both be great matches. Looking forward to both of those.
Oh yeah, plenty of
Yes.
great action happening on CSR right now with this tournament nearing the end, and we've got lots of good matches over in Cross Keys, so we'll have plenty more restreams for that coming up too.
I do have to ask in the interim. Well, actually, I see Zenit's about to join. I can wait.
Yes, GG's
Hello.
in it.
Hello, Gigi. Sorry for the waiting moments. Hello,
It's
Gigi.
You're fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Zenit, you had a run. Yeah, you were. It was initially looking like you were ahead. The main thing that Zelga did that you did is that he skipped the back of thieves, which put him on pace with you, and he just slowly capitalized on that.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, the back of TT, I played it because of the small key and the hammer, and yeah.
Mhm.
And I felt not so bad at that moment, and I thought, nah, don't throw it away. Play everything in the beginning of the seed, and it's time to get aggressive and at the end. But yeah, the Eastern Palace Biggie was my big problem, and yeah, it was my last location in desert right side, and yeah. But first thing first, I've just realized that we play Animizer maybe 3 or 5 minutes before we begin, and and I was so, okay, tracker is on RDK Sanity, and yeah, it's on all dungeon, and it's key sanity, and it's all the same. And at one moment, someone say, oh, it's an Animizer, and I see in my chat, okay, it's Animizer. Oh, let me see what I Zelda picked. Oh, it's Animizer, and it was so conventional. Quickly another tracker, and in the tracker then there was no key sanity in, and yeah. But it was so much fun. I'm so glad that we could play Animizer. I love Animizer, and yeah, it was so much fun to play it, and yeah. So I'm fine. Yeah.
Yeah, this was fun. I don't play a lot of Animizer, so it's nice to get a chance to play some, especially against really good opponents like Zenit. So it's really nice to get a change of pace in to play a little bit of a weird Link to the Past rando.
Yeah. Have you found the ice rod? I guess not, no?
No, I was just about to ask if you had whenever I saw you were joining the room.
Yeah. Then you have played GT right side first too, I guess, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I mirrored as soon as I got the big key, and then I was like, maybe I should have opened the other chest.
Yeah. I love that time moves. That time moves was so beautiful. Just one tile, I thought, come on, let's play Hera Basement, and the right side of GT, of course, because it's fast, and yeah.
Yeah, Hera tile room turned out to be the desert. Best, funnily enough.
Yeah.
Nice.
But yeah, see, those fairly generous as things go. Never saw a Trinex. Never saw a nothing too rude in terms of enemies. You took a couple of doing Death's Early Zelga, but it wasn't a huge deal ultimately. You guys both finished the seed on Butter. It was tempered for you, Butter for tempered for you, Zelga, Butter for Zenit. But it was all the swords, all the hearts, red mails, half magic. You were fine.
Yeah, the first critical moment, I guess, was blind in Skull Woods, but we had a blue mail at that moment, I guess, and a master sword with sword beams. It's not that much difficult, I guess, but yeah, that was the only real boss fight that could be dangerous, I guess. The others.
Yeah, that was probably the hardest scenario of the run, was getting through that blind fight.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think I died once in Escape, just ran directly into a Lionel.
Oh,
And,
okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
and somewhere
Yeah.
else. Too. I think maybe like desert really
You
early.
died outside Eastern. Oh,
Oh yeah, yeah, on the way to Sahasrara. I got caught in that
yep.
desert pit because I got hit by the roller leaving my house and I was already down to 1 heart. I remember that now.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
And then the game was like, yep, nope, bam. But otherwise wasn't too terrible for the most part.
Yeah.
Decent item placements overall. The bosses weren't. Yeah, again, bosses weren't too bad. Never saw a Tridex. Who knows if one existed?
Yeah.
Yeah, there were a lot
Yeah.
of duplicate bosses. I never saw Lanmolas, Armos Knights. Like,
Nope, never
Yeah,
saw either of
right.
those.
Mhm.
Yeah, it was mainly just Helmosaurs and Moldors.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but so Zelga, good luck for the next races, and thank you for picking Animizer for that race. That was so much fun. Yeah, and I'm looking forward for the Animizer tourney, which will start in maybe not so long time to wait for. And yeah, thanks for the race, for the commentary, and yeah. All good luck for you for the next races, Zelga.
yeah, thank you. And I would just echo all that. Thanks for playing these. Thanks for picking Animizer to make it a bit more interesting.
Yeah.
It's always nice to get to play people I don't play a lot, and especially now, especially this deep into a tournament. So I was really happy to see this matchup. And
Yeah.
thank you guys for having us on the restream. Thank you for commentary, the tracking. And yeah, I'll be looking forward to the next one. Best of luck going forward with like Cross Keys Tourney and anything else you got going.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, this was a race to commentate. Zelga, you are moving on to losers semis to face against Shamo. Zenitschwert, unfortunately, this is the end of the road for you, but we had a very good time commentating this race. Yeah, so be on the lookout for winners finals. That's Met7898 versus Gamma Chu. That's going to be tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern time. That being said, GG's to both the runners. Thanks to Rob for tracking. Thanks to Star for commentating with me. Star, if you want to take us away, it's all yours.
All right. Yep. GG's again. So yes, thanks to our runners, thanks to Jaxie and to Rob, and thanks to everyone in chat for watching. That's gonna be it here for us for now. As mentioned earlier, we'll be back later tonight for a Cross Keys tournament match. But until then, we'll have a good afternoon, evening, everyone. We'll see you around.